NFL Nation, how you doing, baby? Come on in. Welcome to the NFL Turns Kickoff pregame show. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Dog 17. That's the panel, and we're going to go left to right panel. Introduce yourself to the family on the last day of 2023, baby. Let's get it popping, left to right. That guy in the corner with that look on his face, with them glasses on, that cap on his head. Introduce yourself, baby.
Hey, I checked in with the referee on that play last night with this Coach Rock. I did check in with the referee, so I was eligible as a receiver, all right? Legendary Coach Rock in the building, baby.
What's going on?
You said left to right. I'm bad with my left and rights, man. I don't know what's
All
left,
right.
what's right. From your perspective and my perspective, it might be different. So I'm just winging it.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Carlos Clayton, man. I'm the host of Uneducated Sports Talk. Check your boy out, man. But what's happening with it, man? Coach Rock, that was a crazy call, huh?
Yeah, man.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
But then I found out that was the same officiating crew that did the blown call in the Kansas City. Yeah.
Yep.
That
heard about
same
that
crew.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Listen, we want to send out a happy new year and everything to everybody involved today. Y'all have a good day. Last day of the year, be safe. Have a designated driver. Don't drink and drive. Hey,
facts.
Call Uber. You know what I'm saying? Call Lyft. Do what you got to do, but stay safe. Bring the new year in right. We don't want anything to happen to you guys. And again, we appreciate you guys rocking with us for this entire year. And listen, family, we about to get into these games today. And first game up, let's get into it. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in the game that the Jags desperately need to win.
Yep. I got to go with Jacksonville. Although Lawrence is not starting, I heard it's going to be I don't know who it is, the backup. But at home, you're super desperate. Carolina, I mean, they're going to play tough just because they had nothing to lose. They had no first round picks, so they're going to play tough. But Jacksonville's going to play tough as well. They're the better team. Even without Trevor Lawrence, they should win this game. Sloppy, ugly, but you gotta win this game. Because you lose this game, you got Houston behind you, you got Indianapolis behind you. Those two teams still have a chance to win this division. If you're the Jaguars, you got the silver plate right there in front of you. You got to eat now. You got to eat. Got to take care of business. Jaguars take care of business at home and snap a 4-game losing streak.
Wow, I didn't realize that they were on the actual 4-game losing streak.
Bro. Yes.
Wow, it's crazy, man. That is crazy. Pammy Whammy, good morning to you. And let us just say that everybody in the chat, the doors are not open, so you already know. Come on in. All right, family, come on in. Genetic Ball, man, says, feel like the ref refused to let Detroit beat Dallas. When was the last time the Lions beat the Cowboys?
It's been a long time coming.
that was just a horrible call, family. Ain't nothing more you can say about that.
Nah, you're right.
I mean, we'll get to that when we get on that game, man. But that has the whole nation is talking about these refs. And only thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna touch on it later, is accountability for these referees. There's no accountability for them when they mess up and blunder like they did last night, man. There has to be accountability, and I ain't just talking about demoting them from a game or two. I'm talking about a ban, a years-long suspension, or something like that. There needs to be something done about that.
That's history being changed right there. It's not just a random ass, bottom tier teams playing each other. This is for major implications in the playoffs, right? The Lions have a chance at the number 1 overall seed at that time, and you clearly see both those guys talk to referees, say, "Hey, I'm eligible. Hey, I'm eligible too. Let's ride." You gotta hear us, right? And the referee, he acknowledged one, but it's almost like he had no time for the second person. It just kept moving. Like, come on, man. Time was stopped, right? The clock was not running, so there was no need to rush if you're a referee. I don't get it. I mean, and you can tell both guys infuriated, and rightfully so, man. It was just a bad play overall, and that changes the outcome of playoffs. It can change the outcome of history. Detroit, I mean, what if that stopped Detroit from being the number 1 overall seed? I'm just saying, right? And everything goes through Detroit. Well, we will never find out anymore, because now that with that loss, Detroit most likely is going to have to play 1 home game and then probably play the rest on the road. And that just changes history, man. Like, same thing as the Saints and Rams blown call. It's a history changing play, right? It's a history, because that's the Saints in pretty much the Super Bowl. Instead of the Rams, and Saints might be the Patriots, you never know, but it's a history-changing play, and I don't like those kind of things by the referees. I get by the players, but by the referees, no, it should never happen.
Gotcha. So, Coach, who you going with in this game here?
Got to go with Jacksonville, man. It's no way they can lose this game or afford to lose this game today.
Right. In the 3-way tie in the AFC South, Jags are in their tie with the 8-7 Colts and the 8-7 Houston Texans, who I believe will once again be without C.J. Stroud heading into this game. Yeah, must win for the Jags. Everything on the line for them. I'm going to go with Jags to prevail in this one, but I think it's going to be closer. It's going to be uncomfortable for Jag fans. I'm going Jags 17, Panthers 16. That's what I'm going to go with that one. All right, family. Next game up. Sunday night game. Both of these teams still with an outside chance of making the playoffs. Playoff host still alive, but whoever loses this game pretty much can kiss their playoff host goodbye. 7-8 Packers, 7-8 Vikings. Battle of the NFC North. Coach, what intrigues you about this matchup Sunday night?
The quarterback play. Who's going to come out and perform the best out of the two quarterbacks in this game? But me personally, I'm going with the Packers by 3 in this game.
Packers by 3. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, Coach. I agree with you about Jordan Love. Nick Mullins, I mean, he has the free window to do whatever he wants because he's the backup. So, I mean, he can do what he wants. But Jordan Love, this is a game about him, right? If you want to turn the pages from Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre and be the guy, these are the type of games you got to win. I'm like you, Coach. I'm going to Packers as well. Very close game, very intriguing game. I cannot wait to watch this game. Give me the Packers, though. A very close game. I think a lot of Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones got back on track last week. And I think he is your best player. He is your best player. He had over 100 yards rushing against the Panthers in Carolina, which is not easy to do. And now they go into Minnesota and this hostile environment. Aaron Jones got to help out Jordan Love. Very much desperate win.
Man, you don't get a dog something to drink and it ain't even New Year's yet, huh?
Oh, damn.
Man, man. This dog don't get a dog something to bull.
No, man. Today actually is my second oldest daughter's birthday. She turns 18 today.
Okay.
And she had some friends over, and so there's new people in the house, so he's showing his behind.
So wait, what's on the menu, man? What's on the menu?
That what it sound like.
What's on the menu? You talking about food wise?
Yeah, what's on the menu? You do all this, bro. You know how we do it.
I listen, I ain't doing nothing today. I'm going to eat. I'm going to family house and eat, bro.
You took the easy way out.
That's right. Look, already we just hosted Christmas, bro. So I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Gotta work smart.
Yeah, you gotta work smart, not stupid. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Measure twice, cut once. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But yeah, and looking at the tail of the tape in this game, the Vikings were bringing the number 11 offense and 11 defense. As the Packers, they're currently ranked 17 in offense and 23rd in defense. Jordan Love on the season has completed 62.5% of his passes for 27 touchdowns and 11 intercepts. Speaking of Aaron Jones been dealing with injuries this entire season, but like Carlos said, last week he did get back to being Aaron Jones, the Aaron Jones that we have grown accustomed to seeing on the season. 100 carries for 425 yards. And looking at the Vikings list, it's simple. Get the ball to Hawkinson, get the ball to Addison, get the ball to Jefferson, and good things happen. It's just that simple. On the ground, Madison is leading them on the ground with 659 yards. And who knows who the quarterback will be today for the Vikings. Yeah, they're playing ring around the rosy with the quarterback. But in this contest, at home, Vikings. But like you say, this is a must-win. This is a game for Jordan Love to send a message not only to his teammates but to Packer Nation that he is that man, that he is ready to step up in big moments and deliver for the Packers, and he is their future quarterback. So I'm going to go with the Packers in this game, strictly off their quarterback play. I think the uncertainty of quarterback play for the Vikings will hurt them. So I'm going to take the Packers in this contest also. All right. Frisco at the Commanders. Frisco got humbled Monday Night Football by the Ravens. I think you're going to have an upset, an angry team, and I think they're going to take it out on the 4-11 Commanders. What you got, Carlos?
Oh yeah, I agree. They pissed off, man. I mean, they're gonna model up, and for some reason the Commanders, they just suck at home, man. I don't know what's going on, but this is Ron Rivera's going home party, pretty much. Like this is his last hurrah. After this, like it'll be once they get stumped by like 20. We'll be nice to say 16, whatever. But once they get stumped down, this is Ron Rivera's last hurrah. He's going to be out of Washington, and they'll be looking for a new regime starting next year. But yeah, give me the Niners, man. I mean, humble pie to the full extent, like you said, and they got to find somebody to take it out on. Might as well be Washington. Give me the Niners to win this game big.
Gotcha. Coach, how about you, my boy?
Hey, man, y'all remember that episode of Good Times when James died? And they kept on pushing the wife, and then she just broke and she said, damn. And that's, I think, how Frisco feeling today, bro. After taking that loss last week and hearing all the crazy stuff, I really feel that they're gonna take it out on Washington in a big way, bro. You know, I'm taking Frisco all the way in this game.
All right, before we get out of here, elephant in the room for me. I think a lot of people waiting for the game that Brock Purdy had to justify them all season the same. He ain't that guy. It's just a system. Again, like we always say on here, every quarterback is a system quarterback. Every quarterback plays in the system. Coach, if you were the head coach of the 49ers, would you consider moving on from Brock Purdy, or would you stick with Brock Purdy?
I mean, why move on from him? I mean, he's winning. The team is winning. I mean, you know, just one little hiccup last week, but I mean, you can't just blame one person when a loss comes about. It's a collective effort, right?
Right.
From special teams all the way across the board, and I think too many times, you know, we look for one person to turn out as the villain in the game when, you know, it's the whole game. 15 minutes a quarter, you know. So there are plays missed, plays made, plays missed. So it's a team effort, man. But you know, in this new modern day society, we try to single out one play that determines a game, and that's not how it goes, man. You know, it don't go like that.
Gotcha. And family, as you can see, we are being joined by our brother in combat, the one and only NONPFIXION. What's good, baby?
What's good, everybody?
Yourself to the family, man. Let them know where they can find you, my brother.
I am one half of Real Fan Sports. Zach, I thought I was going to be here, but I don't know. He might still not be feeling well after last night's game. But we're from Real Fan Sports, man. You can catch us. We do Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and a podcast on Wednesdays. And we'll be doing basketball as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, NONPFIXION, I told him I did check in as an eligible receiver. I did go to the official and let him know I was eligible.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
I did. You saw me? Yeah, I checked in.
I need to see the explanation what the explanation would be, because when you see the video, they obviously walked to the referee and checked in. The referee went to the defense. He went like this.
Right. He told him. I mean, it was crazy.
Somebody lying.
Somebody getting by
it. Somebody need to get. Like I said, accountability. Frisco Commanders, brother. What's your thoughts on this contest?
After last week's game and how they dropped the ball big time against the Ravens, they're going to do their best to make Washington regret playing them this game of the season. This part, because usually when they've had their bad games, of course they had that 3 week blunder, but then they came back and started smacking everybody around. And I believe, with Washington's been having their issues. And even though they're at home, I don't think it matters. Washington at home, Washington away. You don't know what you're going to get, who's going to be quarterback. You have no idea. But the Niners, they're going to try to set the tone before the playoffs with this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with Brissett. I think they benched Sam Howell, which I think is a big mistake. I think that's a mistake. You let that kid go out there. You let him develop. You let him go through these growing pains. He has showed that, hey, he has talent. He belongs in this league. And to me, he's a starter in this league.
Oh yeah,
I just like Sam Howell. I think he's just a young quarterback that's just right now, you know, finding his way. But again, you have a lame duck coaching staff that's on the way out the door. So maybe the new
ready to say that. That was Ron Rivera's last hoorah to try and spark something up in his mind.
Yeah,
could probably keep ownership to keep him, but no, like it's over, bro.
Gotcha. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Next game up. Big game here. Seattle 87-8, Pittsburgh 8-7. Both of these teams currently still in the playoff hunt. They are not eliminated. Guys, this game here, what are we looking for in this game here?
Well, another matchup where it's a playoffs before the playoffs kind of feel, and I love it. And it's interconference, which means just because you're not in your same conference, you're still going to play as hard because you know what's at stake. Give me Seattle to win this game, strictly because they're at home. They're at home, and I think that crowd will play a big factor into shutting down Mason Rudolph, who did have a great game last time we saw him against the Bengals. But as we know, week by week basis is always different in the NFL.
Yeah.
Give me the Seahawks to win this game, man. Although my heart as a Saints fan is rooting for the Steelers to win this game. But yeah, give me Seattle. I think Metcalf versus Joey Porter Jr. He's
Mhm.
gonna eat in this matchup, I think, and look for them with Kenneth Walker back at the helm of running back. They'll run the ball a lot better, play time possession, and honestly, you ain't got to score much in this game for Seattle. If you can score about 20 points, you should win this game because your defense should set the tone against Pittsburgh's low offense at home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Nine, what you got, brother?
I mean, he said everything perfectly. To be honest with you, I think Seattle will win this game. The 12th man's got to show up. The couple games I've watched at their home game for Seattle, 12th man hadn't been a big factor like they normally have in previous seasons. You know, it was kind of weird to see that. But with Steelers, Mason Rudolph being at the quarterback position, I'm not sold on him whatsoever. Even though he did have a good game this past week, but there's such things as anomalies, and they do happen. So I'm going with Seattle. Seattle probably to win by at least 9 points, to be honest. And Metcalf, you said Joey Porter. I think there's gonna be a couple fights in that game with them too. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah,
It's gonna be some beefing for sure. But I think Seattle with the dub.
Yeah, with the dub, and you can see currently the Steelers sit 10th in the AFC picture, right behind the Bengals and the Texans. The Bengals, of course, they're at Kansas City, and the Texans will be, I believe, I think they'll be at hosting the Tennessee Titans today. Is there any chance of the Steelers leapfrogging either one of these teams?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
a slight possibility,
right? But you can never discount Mike Tomlin. I mean, especially in this crowded AFC, like one loss, and you win this game, and 2 losses from different teams. I mean, you can leapfrog anything. You can go from 10 to probably 8, and then or 10 to 7. Who knows? Because if you get the Colts, Texans, and those guys to lose in front of you, hey, you can go and be a 7 seed right now. But as far as everyone's concerned, your main concern week 17 is to focus on you. You got to win first before anybody else loses, right? As a Saints fan, the last 3 years we've been counting on folks to lose towards the end. If you're counting on folks to lose, you ain't going to no playoffs like
you're
that.
already in trouble. Yeah,
you're already in trouble. So I'm saying, like, your focus is just win, baby, win, like Al Davis would say. Win, baby, win. So if you're the Steelers, just win and make the chips fall where they fall. If you're the Colts, if you're the Bills, the Texans, Bengals, you just gotta win. Don't focus on anything else.
You can only control your own future. You can't control nobody else's. You know what I'm saying? So you worry about your 60 minutes, get your W, and that's all you can do. And see what everybody else do. That's all you can do.
All right, Coach, what's your thoughts on this contest?
They said it all. Seattle, man.
Seattle in the house. And looking at the standings right now, with a win, the Seahawks improved their chance of making the playoff to 88%. With a loss, it's 41%. And again, these two teams, 8 and 9, do battle tonight. The Vikings and the Packers. So one of these teams will fall to 7 and 9. And of course, New Orleans, they are in Tampa Bay today as the Bucs try to clinch the NFC South for the 3rd time. All right, getting back. Next game on the docket. The New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here it is. The Bucs, great win last week. No one expected, and I'm going to say it again, everyone wrote this team off when Tom Brady retired. Everybody laughed and disrespected Baker Mayfield. But today, they have an opportunity to win the NFC South for the 3rd straight time. Call it the worst division in football or all you want, but somebody has to win it. And in this horrible division, bad division, they have been the best team the last years, and quite frankly, as of late, they have been the most consistent and best team. I'm picking the Bucs to win today. I'm a diehard Saints. Y'all already know, but realistically, the Bucs are playing good football. I believe they won 5 out their last 6. They're at home, everything on the line, and then they can do it by beating the Saints, which will make it even sweeter for them. I'm going with the Bucs. Carlos, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm also unfortunately going with Tampa Bay as well to win this game. I was one of those guys before the season started. I wrote the Bucs off. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this roster, 4-13. Mike Evans leaving next year. He don't want no part of this. Yada yada yada. All that, man. Hey, Baker Mayfield. I learned Never count that dude out, man. That dude, he's gritty. I'm glad he has a good part of his story going on because a lot of folks try to, and I was Baker Mayfield ride or die when he first came out, man. Until like last year, I said, you know what, he might just be a mid-tier quarterback, whatever. But in today's NFL, that's all you gotta be is a mid-tier quarterback. Just play turnover-free football. So from about week 6 on up, I said I don't care what Atlanta, New Orleans doing. Tampa Bay's gonna win this division. I said I don't care how far back the Bucks are right now, currently in the division. They're gonna win the division when it's all said and done because they have the best team, and sadly they have the best quarterback of the 3 teams, right? And that's Baker Mayfield over Derek Carr, and it's gonna show in this game as well. That Buccaneers defense at home flying around. I can see us New Orleans Saints dropping the ball, couple fumbles, turnovers, put the Buccaneers in a good situation, but. If there's still a chance. I don't know why, although we are a -2.5 point underdog, we're still a 52% chance of winning this game by NFL.com. I'm like, why do they keep doing this? So we're just not that good of a team, and we're still favored in a lot of these games. It's weird, but but it shows you our squad. We have the makings. It's just. We don't put ourselves in the right places, right positions. We're always if the offense is doing okay, the defense is doing bad. The defense is doing great, the offense is doing. We just never put a full game together. And now you want us to go into Tampa Bay and win. When Tampa Bay came into New Orleans and beat the brakes out of us, yeah, I don't see that happening. Buccaneers all the way, and our season officially is over. If you're a New Orleans Saints fan, but hey, fingers crossed that we win this game. I hope we do, but we'll find out. Right? That's why you play the game.
That's it. Coach, what's your thoughts? Oh, go ahead, Nine. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just saying, I was agreeing with Carlos. Coach is all good. Go ahead.
I'm going to buy some fireworks for the night, man. This shit over with. We could blow all this shit up. We could blow all this shit up. I'm going to need some fireworks. We could blow all this shit up right now.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple, guys. We could just blow it all up right now. But I'm going to get something for the night. But we could just blow it up right now.
Coach got the black cats on deck. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want no cheap. You already know. I want the black cat. You already know. I don't want the cheap. We're going to blow it up. You know what I'm saying? No Roman count. I always say go boom. You know, gonna make some noise and get this this gotta go, bro.
Yeah, man. Gotcha. All right, family. So we all are pretty much picking the Bucks to win. A clean sweep for the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, I think the Bucks will win, man.
All right, next game up. Arizona Cardinals at the Philadelphia Eagles. Can the Cardinals pull the upset like they did early in the season against the Cowboys? Can they pull one off today against the Eagles?
Man, we've seen the Cardinals now. Their 3 wins have been against Dallas,
the Falcons, and Pittsburgh,
and Atlanta. So they've beaten some good teams. But, hey, the Eagles were blessed by the Cowboys the last couple of weeks not being able to win games or finish games. The loss against the Buffalo Bills and the Dolphins have really helped the Eagles because we knew they had that gauntlet, right? The Eagles had like a 6 or 7 game stretch, which is crazy. And they won like their first 5 of those games, I think, and lost like the last 2 or 3. I get that. But do you have the Giants, Cardinals, Giants in the season? I think Eagles take care of business and become NFC East champions with a win today against the Cardinals, man. I can't see how the Cardinals can win this game. I mean, we've seen crazy things happen, obviously, but Arizona's playing spoilers, and the Cowboys are rooting hard and desperately for the Cardinals to win this game. But give me the Eagles to win this one. But a close game, though.
I don't even know if it's going to be a close game, to be honest with you. I think that Philly needs to get their act together, and hopefully they get it together by going against this squad, man. Because, I mean, the Cardinals, they show life in a couple of games, but I think that was more so for them to appease Murray because Murray wanted to come back so bad, make him feel good about coming back. You know, he got 1 dub, then he got a couple losses. So it's like, oh, you're happy now? You know, let's keep losing like we planned to lose, so we can get these higher draft picks. But Jalen Hurts, he has to step it up. He has to be better about what he's been doing as far as being the leader of this team, of the offense. I expect Philly to win. I would be supremely surprised if Cardinals pull out a W. That's just to be honest, especially in Philly. So I'm saying Philly with the win.
Philly with the win. Coach, your thoughts on this one?
I'm going Philadelphia. I think it's going to be a closer game than what people expect. But I also think Philly has really showed us the last few weeks who they really are. There's a lot of problems defensively. Philly's really soft on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
and I really think Philly will win, but I think it's going to be a closer game than what people expect it to be. But I'm taking Philly no more than by 6.
No more than by 6. And this is why this game is so important. Here's the understanding. The Eagles still have an opportunity to get the number 1 seed.
Right.
Also, the Cowboys, what they won last night, the Lions are 11-5. So all 5 of these teams, who, by the way, have these 4 teams, who have qualified for the playoff, have an opportunity at the number 1 seed. Also, the Cowboys, if they win their last 2 and the Eagles lose any of their last 2 games, with by virtue of a better conference record and the whole, tie-breaking scenario, they would win the NFC East and thus be the number 2 seed and thus get the host a playoff game, which going off this season, you all almost automatically can just book them to the divisional round, man. So a lot of beautiful football is being played today and, of course, next week. All right, family. So let's move on to our next contest. Next on the docket. To me, the best game of the day, the biggest matchup of the day, 11-4 Dolphins, 12-3 Ravens. Ravens coming off Monday Night Football, where they sent a statement to the NFL Nation with their performance against Frisco, man. All around great performance by their defense. And, Coach, I got to start with you because you called this last week. You said that Ravens defense, man, and they went out, man, and they proved you right.
Yeah, man, I'm going Baltimore. I'm going to have my 2 people from last week, Patrick Queen and Clowney, bro. Clowney, I think, has like 8.5 sacks, and he's really starting to well, he's balling this year. I don't know what's going to be next year, but right now he's very disruptive on that line, man. And Baltimore defense, they're all over the place, man. I'm going Baltimore at least by 15.
Ooh, Baltimore about 15. All right. 9, what you got?
Baltimore at 15. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, you said that last week, and I was 4 points out. I say about 10. I had about 10, and I think they won by 14. I think.
I mean, the last week I didn't expect the defense to play like they did. Because to me, I didn't say defense being like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Defense with Baltimore ain't nothing nice, man. I'm telling you.
Ain't nothing nice about that. You're right about that.
But I mean, it's still a surprising thing. I'm not saying I can't see it. It's just like, damn, okay.
Right.
But I mean, being at Baltimore at home, I can see him doing it. Miami going to a cold weather area, they don't do well. They don't do well, period. They've shown that over the years that Miami doing that. It's just never been great for them. It's gonna be 45 degrees in Baltimore, Maryland. Should be an interesting game and a fun one. But I expect Baltimore to win the game. I expect them to win that either. I'm
going right here and say this right now. If Baltimore doesn't get any interest, Baltimore Ravens will be the Super Bowl champions. I'm calling it now. It's over. I'm calling it.
Man, what's he
called it?
Nah.
Hey, last day of 2023. Coach had that oatmeal this morning.
Already did, baby.
Strawberries and cream, huh?
Strawberries and cream.
You already know.
Let's go.
You already know. I'm calling it right now. First no injuries, the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl.
Gotcha. No, and that's could happen. And they're very well on their way of doing that. At least clinching this. I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot to play for. The Dolphins win this game, they'll be currently in the first place. Have the path to first place, number 1 overall seed. If the Ravens win, they will be the number 1 overall seed. So this game has a lot of implications to go into. But that win by the Dolphins over the Cowboys, everyone was like, "Oh, that's Miami's first win against a team above 500." I'm like, sorry, Dolph. It's still the Cowboys. You got your Niners and your other teams up there, and you have the Cowboys lower tier level. Cowboys are just like the Dolphins, in my opinion, when it comes down to Jekyll and Hyde against great teams or good teams, and against bad teams, right? Dolphins and Cowboys both beat up on bad teams handily, and then they struggle against really good teams. Even the Cowboys last night against the Lions struggled to win that game and should have lost that game if it wasn't for a bad call by the referee. But still,
they did.
Right. The Dolphins haven't beaten a really good team with the Cowboys, and that was at home by a game-winning field goal. Now you're asking them to go on the road against arguably the best team in the NFL now, and with the best defense, and Lamar Jackson, who doesn't need to be Lamar Jackson-like anymore. He just needs to not turn the ball over. And this Ravens squad is just dangerous at home. Give me Baltimore. Give me Baltimore. I'm not going by 15, but I'll say by 10. Give me Baltimore.
Baltimore by 10. Okay. And we can see how important this game is. Number 1 seed currently against the number 2 seed. If the Dolphins are able to win, like Carlos said, they jump in the first place. They the number 1 overall seed in the AFC. Also today they will be with our running back Raheem Morset.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah. He'll be out. So, Coach, your young rookie from A&M will play a pivotal part today. A-Chain.
But he won't do much of a train today. He about to run into a buzzsaw, bro. He about to run into a buzzsaw now, bro.
And this is also a big game, Coach, because if the Ravens do lose, they have a big last game against Cleveland.
Right.
And the winner of that matchup, you know what I'm saying?
And Cleveland beat them the first time, right?
The Browns will have a chance to not only win the division, but also beat them on the overall seed. So there's a lot to play for in this game. If you can eat this game right now and win this game against Miami, you ain't got to worry about that for Week 18.
Man, the Browns 10-5 got Baltimore shaking in their boots right now. To be honest with you,
Browns are nasty. I feel bad for the AFC South winner because the AFC South winner got to face Cleveland. You know,
man, y'all already know where I'm going. Shout out to old man Winter who ain't taking no flack. Flacco is back, baby. Joe Flacco has come in.
That man look good. Big toe.
The ship. And right now, like Carlos said, the Cleveland Browns are a very, 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 very dangerous football team that a lot of teams may not want to see that wild card weekend. I'm just saying. All right. Chantel, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, Dolph, the Browns beat the Ravens. So I'm pulling for the Dolphins, but it's going to be a good game. Yeah, I hope it's a good game. And my thing is, I'm getting that Rams-Baltimore feeling with this game. How a lot of people just thought that Baltimore would run away with this game, and of course that was one of the better games this year. So I think I'm going with the Ravens because they're at home, man. If it was on the road, maybe I'd go with the Dolphins, but I'm going to go with the Ravens at this one. Like Lee Carlos said, it's going to be a close game. I don't see Miami getting blowed out in this game.
But they also don't have. It says Jalen Waddle's inactive too.
Yeah, he's not playing. He had that high ankle sprain.
Right.
Couple 3 weeks ago, Tyreek has an injury that he's still nursing.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting.
All right. So now what we'll do, we'll look at this next game, my brother. Then we'll come to you with the up to the minute injury report.
All right, let me get all that situation.
All right. So everybody in this game, everybody's going with Ravens.
Yes.
All right, everybody in the chat, because you involved in this too. Who you got in this game right now? Everybody in the chat, it's 38 of us in here. Hit that like button, subscribe, come on in. Now, everybody in the chat, who you got? The game of the day to me. The game of the day, 11-4 Baltimore, 11-4 Miami, 12-3 Baltimore. The battle for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Who you got in this one? Let's get it, family. Chantel says she's going with the Dolphins. Sydney says Dolphins. All right. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Sydney. Dolphins in the house, baby. We got 2 Dolphins, no Ravens. We got 2 family members calling for an upset today. All right. Keep them coming, family. Keep them coming. Next game, New England at Buffalo. We can't look at this game. We can't snooze on this game because we did early in the year, and the Patriots spanked the Bills. Will they do it again today? Can they pull it off? Can they sweep the Buffalo Bills, baby? All right. Keep them coming, family. Keep them coming.
That's right. Yeah, we got some Ravens in it now.
Yeah, we got Ravens coming in there now. Okay.
This game, Bills and Patriots. Give me the Bills. I mean, and I hate to say it like that because it's almost like it's obvious because we know what happened last time. But this is the most desperate we've seen the Bills in forever now, and they played well with that desperate phase. Albeit though, they barely beat the Chargers 24-22. Had to have a game-winning field goal to win that game. Matter of fact. So, but this is at home now. Last game was in New England. This one's in Buffalo. Josh Allen and company. All they gotta do is just play simple football. Since they've fired Ken Dorsey and Joe Brady's been the OC now, they have run the ball with James Cook, and they've done it well. Right? They've done it well, giving Allen that balance that he so desperately needs, because every now and then Allen feels like he's Superman, putting the team on his back and just throwing some dumb, stupid balls in the bad way, not the good way. So now lately it's been the James Cook show. Run the ball with James Cook. He's run the ball 20 to 23 times a game now, and he looks good doing it. Right, and I like that balance. New England just can't score. The Buffalo Bills so far, the last 3 or 4 games, their defense has really stepped up. And the Patriots coming in, a team that can't really score the ball per se. I think the Bills will win this game, but divisional matchup. Patriots want to play spoilers, so I think it'll be a closer game than what the people think. Give me the Bills by 8. I'm gonna say Buffalo wins. I'm gonna say 22-14 Buffalo.
22-14.
I don't know, man. I'm with this New England. I look at New England. I think about New Edition and their song. Is this the end? You remember that song? You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at Bill Belichick. You know, is this the last 2 games?
I was a big New Edition fan.
And then you know what I'm saying? In a song they say, "Oh, you still my friend." So I'm wondering, how does this end with Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots at the end of the season? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with Buffalo all the way with this one, man. But I think this is the end of a great era and a great coach in New England, man, and Belichick, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. I'm gonna have to agree. It's gonna be the Bills in this one. I don't think there's no way they dropped the ball today, especially after losing the first meeting with this team. The Patriots will have their full attention. I'm looking for the Bills to prevail. All right, fam, listen. All right, 9, take it away, my brother.
All right, so we started with the Ravens and Dolphins at 1 p.m. The biggest ones out for is Jalen Waddle. We have some doubtful Robert Hunt, Raheem Mostert for sure is possibly inactive. They have him as a question mark, but we've seen in other stories he's inactive for sure. Also, quarterback Jalen Ramsey and safety Javon Holland, and other backup cornerback Xavier Howard. Look over to the Ravens. Out for sure is Amore Davis. Questionable is Zay Flowers, Deshaun Phillips, Brandon Steffens, and Kyle Hamilton. Buffalo and New England, the outs is Kayshawn Bouts, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Jabril Peppers. The main questionables, let's see, safety Kyler Duggar, down lineman Christian Barmore and Sean Wade. Head over to the Bills. Mostly everybody's questionable, so that one's still a toss-up in there. But you got Daquan Jones, Epinesa. I don't know how to say his last name. DeMar Hamlin for sure, with safety as well. Heading to second game, Atlanta, Chicago Bears. The Falcons have a questionable at the O-line with Caleb McGarry. Bears have an out for sure with Darnell Mooney. Cole Kmet and Lucas Patrick are both questionable. Tennessee at Texans. The out is Quentin Bohanna and Caleb Farley. Questionables are Marlon Davidson and JoJo Damon. Texans out is Jonathan Grenard with the ankle injury. Questionables is Willie Anderson Jr. and Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins. Raiders at Colts, Lucas Oil Field, 1 p.m. Raiders out is Michael Mayer. Doubtful is Josh Jacobs with a quad injury. Colts out is Zach Moss. Doubtful is Cameron McGrawn. And questionables is Michael Pittman Jr. and DJ Montgomery. Panthers at Jaguars. Out is Trevor Lawrence. Questionables is Zay Jones. Panthers out is Troy Hill. Questionable is J.C. Horn, Frankie Louve, and Marquise Haynes. Rams at Giants. The out is Trey Tomlinson. Questionables is Puka Nacua. Giants out. Doubtful is Lawrence Cager, and questionable is Deontay Banks and Wan'Dale Robinson. Cardinals at Eagles. Out is Marquise Brown, Lakai Fatu, and Jonathan Ledbetter. Eagles out is Wow, that dude's last name is hard. Darius Slay at cornerback and Albert Okwin Bunam. He's out for sure. Saints at Buccaneers. Out is Peyton Turner and safety Lonnie Johnson. Buccaneers out is Shaquille Barrett, Carlton Davis, and Mike Green. Also, Raheem Jarrett and tight end Cole Kieft. Niners at Commanders. The outs are Juwan Jennings, Ross Dwelly, Jalen Moore, Eric Armstead, Jameer Brown. Commanders outs are Kendall Fuller and Benjamin St. Just. Go to Steelers, the Seahawks. The outs are Dwayne Eskridge, Jason Peters, Mario Edwards, Jordan Brooks, Frank Clark, Jamal Adams. Steelers outs are Elandale Roberts, Trenton Thompson, and Minka Fitzpatrick. Chargers versus Broncos. The outs are Keenan Allen, Joshua Palmer, Tanner Muse, and Joey Bosa for Chargers. That's a big hit. Broncos out is Cortland Sutton and Alex Paulzowski. Let's see. Bengals at Chiefs. Questionable is Jamar Chase and Jalen Davis for the Bengals. Out for the Chiefs is Kadarius Toney and Donovan Smith. Questionable is Isaiah Pacheco, L'Jarius Sneed, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Green Bay at Vikings. Doubtful is Christian Watson and Devondre Campbell. And Emmanuel Wilson and Luke Tenuta. Vikings out is Theo Jackson, Brian Murphy, Jalen Naylor, and Jacqueline Roy. Jets at Browns. The outs are Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, Jeremy Ruckert, and Dwayne Brown. Browns out is Dustin Hopkins and Anthony Walker. A doubtful is Corey Bojorquez. And that's it for the injuries outs for the today.
Hey, big news, Dolph. Stroud is going to play. Stroud is going to play today.
Stroud is in.
Stroud is in, baby. So if he missed a third straight game, there was something wrong with his head.
Yeah.
Something was really wrong if he missed a third straight game with a concussion. That means that man could not get no sleep.
I think the second game he might have been fine, but they were just probably just being safe.
Probably so. Safe. I mean, headbang. Hey, I got a quick question though. For you guys. Talk about the comeback player of the year. I know everyone's the front getter is DeMar Hamlin, and I get it. The story, I understand.
Yeah.
But Joe Flacco has come in here and he has dominated since he's been the Browns starting quarterback. Am I wrong for saying that you got to play to be comeback player of the year? You got to play, right? Hamlin's played one game, I think. Maybe a few snaps.
Yeah,
but I'm going Joe Flacco as my comeback player of the year. I don't know. I mean, I understand what he went through last year, and thankfully, I thank God that he's safe and he's healthy. He's back in the football regimes. But I think Flacco all the way for comeback player of the year. Am I wrong for saying that? No,
you're not. I think he will be the number one vote getter if we all had votes. To be honest with you, Flacco all the way. Like he's played so good. Yes, he's thrown some interceptions, but he's led this team in a way that all the previous quarterbacks could not with the same talent. I definitely think Joe Flacco gets my vote.
What about you, Dolph?
I'm going with Baker Mayfield because the entire duration of the season he's been there and he's been consistent, and this is one of his better years in the league. So I'm going with Baker Mayfield. I think he is this year's Geno Smith. I'm going with Baker.
Okay. I can see that.
What about you, Coach? Who you got, Coach?
I don't know. I can say Flacco. I can say without Baker Mayfield, and I also say Clowney too, man. Clowney has had a great year.
He has had a return,
in disappointing years, he's had a great year also. So either one of those, man, I can go with.
Gotcha. All right, so in this game, we got the battle of 15. You got the 15-ranked Colts offense against the 15th-ranked Raiders defense. 9 is only right there. We start with you, baby. What's going on today? How you feeling? Your Raiders in Indianapolis.
Hey, honestly, with how the defense has been playing, I feel confident. I feel confident with this team. I think they can match up with the Colts, especially with the inactive the Colts have. I can see it. I mean, kind of sad that Josh Jacobs not going to be there, but with Zeus as the backup, he's been doing well. He's played well, had 100-plus yards last game. I just hope that they have a proper game plan for Aiden O'Connell. If the defense, I expect them to show up. but I also hope that Aiden just play a competent game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going for the Raiders. This is home pick, so it's not logistics, it's not numbers. This is a home pick. I'm going with the Raiders.
He said, "Hey, I'm glad you're honest, bro."
Yeah.
He said, "If I'm there, I'm going with the Raiders all day, baby." Back in summer, huh? I'm going with the Colts in this one. Look, I
Not
know
mad at it.
it's a week by week NFL season. You just never know. I feel like the Colts have been on a downslide the last couple games. Raiders have been on an upslide. You just never know. But the Colts at home, that Gardner Minshew magic could have come out one more time. We'll find out. But the Raiders, man, I mean, we've all said it. If Pierce ain't the head coach next year,
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with Las Vegas, man. Because this team, his identity, they love playing for this man. Here, take this control.
He's what the Raiders are. He's what the Raiders are. What they've always been. Tough,
Right,
gritty, ugly
right.
football. Like that's what we always been that way.
But it's another one of those playoffs before the playoff kind of games.
Yeah.
It's an eliminator game, in my opinion, once again. And Colts at home, if this is in Las Vegas, I'll probably go with the Raiders, but I'm going with the Colts at home. The running game, I'm looking forward to the running game to probably do something in this game against the Raiders. Who knows? But it's a coin toss, but give me the Colts at home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it sweet and short, like Coach Pierce said in the locker room. Raiders. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Just looking at some of the tail of the tape in this game. Let's go to players. Aiden O'Connell, because the matchup's going to come down to quarterback play. Aiden O'Connell has completed 61.5% of his passes. He has 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions for only 1,675 yards. Gardner Minshew, the stash, 2,940 yards, 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 62.5%. Again, big game for the Colts. I think the Colts go in at home, handle their business against the Raiders. It's going to be a close game. I think I'm going to say Colts win on a walk-off field goal.
I see that happening. I can see something like that too. Either way,
I mean, with this, especially with this time of the season, I could definitely see that. But I'm going with the Raiders.
Right. All right. Coach, what coach are you?
I already told you, baby.
All right. In a game that has playoff meaning for the LA Rams, the Rams, the hottest team in the NFL right now. Winners, I believe, are 5 of their last 6.
You already
coming off a Thursday night victory over the New Orleans Saints. Now go into the Big Apple to take on the 5-10 Giants. Do the Giants pose any threat to possibly ruining the Rams playoff hopes?
Dude, you remember that old sitcom? Welcome back. The Rams are back, baby. They playing some good football. You know what I'm saying? It's the Rams in this one, bro. That's a team I would not want to face in the playoffs right now.
What scares you about them, Coach, when you say that?
Just the overall offense. I mean, they just gel. The defense is playing great, man. They brought into the system. They're healthy, and they just peaking at the right time of the year right now.
Got you.
That's facts. I'm going Rams as well to win this game, but not so comfortable. I think being outside those elements once again, because that Ravens game outside, it was cold, but it wasn't cold. It wasn't crazy cold, so it felt okay. But this game is gonna be cold. And New York, they want it to be ugly, sloppy. That's the only way they have a chance to even be in this game is to make it ugly and sloppy. Run that football and hit these guys. But right now, LA, like you said, clicking on all cylinders. And right now, I mean, the Rams have a great chance of playing their first road game in turf. And if you are the Cowboys, if you are the Lions, you don't want to see this team in the first round at all. So if you're that 2 seed or a 3 seed, if you're the Eagles, you feel a little better because you're outside in the weather. But if you're the Lions, I'm looking at 3 and 6 matchup. If you're Detroit and the Rams coming to town, good luck. So give me the Rams to win this game, but I got the Giants making it so close because of Tyrod Tayller. As long as he don't get injured, if Taylor doesn't get injured, because he's known to get injured when he has that start. He gets injured in the first quarter all the time. We're gonna knock on some imaginary wood over here. All right, but if Tyrod Taylor, the best thing that Taylor does is he doesn't He doesn't lose the ball. He doesn't fumble it per se. He doesn't throw interceptions. He would keep them in the game just because of not having silly turnovers. The Rams are just a better team. And I love the fact that Puka and Cooper Kupp have gelled so good since Cooper Kupp's return. That's what I was worried about. But those two guys, unselfish, man, they make it happen. And of course, Matthew Stafford is a Super Bowl champion quarterback. We keep forgetting about that. Just 2 years ago, the Rams won it all. And he's been there, done that, right? And Sean McVay, Super Bowl winning head coach. Aaron Donald, still there, Super Bowl winning and defensive player of the year guy. So I mean, this team coming on the right time with a big win right here. They were solidified the playoff, and I like the Rams, but the Giants make it close.
Giants make it close.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with the Giants might make it close, especially with Tyrod if he protects the ball and just, plays smart within himself and not trying to do too much. But I want to see how Kyron plays. The last couple of weeks, Kyron Williams has been playing outstanding. I think he has been pretty much been like the X factor for the team. Even though Puka and Kupp have looked great, they've looked great together. And I love the fact that the quarterback play has allowed these receivers to be successful on multiple facets. I love that about Stafford. I think he's a great quarterback. But like I said, I expect the Rams to pull out the W. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be close, but I don't expect a blowout though. I just expect a consistent game from the Rams more so than the Giants, and the Rams pull away with the W.
Gotcha. Before we move on, I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Offensive player of the year, CJ Stroud or Puka Nacua? Offensive rookie player of the year, excuse me.
Oh, they're going quarterback there because the NFL wants to advertise new quarterbacks, right? Right. So that's the only way you can get, because quarterback play, let's be honest, the last couple of years has not been good. So in order to this is a business move, it's a business decision. Honestly, they're going to, and Stroud has missed a few games now, but Stroud has been consistent all year at the quarterback position, and we even had at one point talks of him being MVP. Not just Rookie of the Year. So you got to go with him as Rookie of the Year of the NFL because he's your quarterback of the future, because you need QBs of the future. And I know they're all banking on this draft class coming out to be those guys, but, I mean, you never know. But right now, you got to get to Stroud. Puka's had a phenomenal season, but it's one of those things where he needs someone to help him out. He needs the quarterback to throw the ball good to him. It's one of those weird things where Stroud is the one making it happen from the quarterback perspective. So got to go with the QB over the receiver, and so they're going to go with CJ Stroud, Rookie of the Year.
What about the kid in Detroit, man, the tight end?
Oh, he's been good too.
Laporta?
If there was no Stroud, it'd be Puka, Laporta, maybe even Gibbs. Maybe even Gibbs from Detroit as well. He's had a good season. Bijan Robinson should have been that guy, but for some reason Arthur Smith don't like.
Yeah, they need to fire Arthur Smith and get him somebody that's going to use that man.
Bijan Robinson should have been used a whole lot more than he was. He fumbled a few times the year off, and I guess Arthur Smith is a no tolerance on fumble kind of guy, because every time he fumbles, he is out the game for a long time. So I don't know, but I'm going to go with Stroud because the NFL needs to market more QBs, and why not a QB in Houston of all places? Yeah. Stroud.
Yeah, I expect it to be Stroud as well. I mean, I love with how he has played. Definitely has broken all the myths about rookie quarterbacks coming to the game the last couple seasons. I think he's done a great thing. I'll be surprised if it's not Stroud, but if it is Puka, I think he deserved it too. Puka's played out of his mind on many games when he was healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like we all said, we know the quarterback is how they sell the game of football. So that's how they sell the pretty faces. So it's going to be Stroud.
If it wasn't Stroud, it'd be Puka though.
Yeah.
Puka.
Yeah, but I like Coach Stone, Laporta, and them, man. That kid's special.
Yes.
That kid is special, man. He's a real good football
player. With our ass.
Yeah. Nine targets, 9 catches.
I had enough of him.
9 targets, 9 catches.
He said I had enough of him.
Enough of him. I said, God, dog, man.
All right. What's going on in Denver? Will Russell Wilson be back?
No, that's over already. That's over.
Whatever took place that just recently proves that Sean Payton didn't want Russell Wilson from the beginning.
From the beginning, and that's my biggest issue, Dolph. Now that's my biggest issue. The fact that Sean Payton came in his first press conference. He was talking about
What?
Russell needs to stop kissing babies, politician, and all that stuff. I'm sorry, Drew Brees.
I was about to say the same
That's my
thing.
dog.
I
That's
was
my
going to say the
dog.
same
Drew
thing.
Brees is for life, but Drew Brees was kissing all kind of babies.
Like he was literally doing it after games and before
from 06
games.
to 21. Drew Brees is that same guy. So I don't want to hear that crap from Sean. Sean, hey, Sean was my quarterback, my head coach for all those years, and I shout out to Sean for getting the Super Bowl, man. But right now, what he's doing is just blatant disrespect to Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Call
it's
it
wrong.
what you want. Call it his play on the field. 26 tutties, 8 INTs. That number 5 defense from last year, they ain't number 5 this year. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, but the blatant disrespect, because although you might not like Russ as a person, you might not like Russ what he does outside of the NFL. You might think he does kiss too many babies, whatever, but he's still your franchise quarterback at that time. And one thing I say, you don't belittle any franchise quarterback on national TV ever. Ain't no way in hell he would do the Drew Brees. Never. And I know
No,
Drew
he
Brees
would
has
never
messed up
done
a
it.
few times, but but it's the fact that he doesn't like Russell Wilson's personality from the start, which is and the scheme that Sean Payton runs is not what Russ can do. Russ is more of an ad-lib kind of guy. You know, he'll run left, run right, run middle, and then throw it deep for about an 80-yard bomb. Sean Payton was so used to being with Drew Brees. Now, it's funny. It's funny because all these cats talking about Bill Belichick, the best coach ever, Sean Payton, top tier coach. It looks good when you got a nice quarterback with you all the time, with Tom Brady and Sean Payton. Drew Brees. But all of a sudden, you take those guys away, Belichick can barely win 5 games this year.
Yeah.
Sean Payton crawling. My thing is, if you get rid of Russ, which they will, who you getting? A rookie quarterback to start things all over again? I mean, come on now. You got to be careful what you're playing with, because you lose Russ, who's out there for you to get to replace Russell?
That's a great question.
Are you hoping for Kirk Cousins to come through again? I mean, but Kirk Cousins is mid-tier, like we always know. He's upper echelon, but he's not the echelon. So my thing is, like, who are you going to get to replace, because you want to start over? Russell Wilson had a 7-year deal, pretty much. 2 years and then 5 years in the current contract. It was not going to be pretty to start off, but it's how you finish. They won 4 games the previous year. Then they won 7+ games this year. Who knows how it ends? But he was looking forward to now. Now Sean Payton said, "That's not my guy. I didn't make that trade happen. I didn't do it." So if you are a free agent, right, and you're going and Denver is one of your destinations that you're looking at, you gotta look at it with both eyes wide open, because you're like, Sean Payton up there disrespecting Russell Wilson. I mean, do I want to go over there? You know, and before I leave out of here, look at the roster. I mean, where is this a top tier offensive juggernaut? If Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy are your 2 best receivers, miss with that. It's not Russell Wilson's fault that this team is very much mid-tier. They're a meh kind of team. And that defense that was top 5 last year, where they at? Where they at this year? They had some good things in between. But to put it all on Russell Wilson, and I'm glad that Russell Wilson actually spoke out a couple days ago about what actually happened. They told that man to take a pay cut after the Chiefs game. They won the game.
And they beat him bad. They beat him 24-9.
That was like week 8 or week 9. So it doesn't surprise me this team is now falling down. If you tell your team right after a big win over the Chiefs, and then after that they had won like 2 or 3 games in a row after that, and you say, "Oh, by the way, we want you to cut your money." And I always say this as someone looking from the outside in, I always tell the players, man, get your money. Get your money. I don't care who you are. And I can be mad as a Saints fan, like, "Oh, man, he eating the cap up." But at the end of the day, that's not my money.
Yeah.
Get your money. So Russ, hey, I applaud him, because everyone else tells Russ's story besides Russ. Everyone from Marshawn Lynch to Richard Sherman to the Legion of Boom to Pete Carroll to Sean Payton, they all tell their side of the story, but Russell never says anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. So you always hear their stories, so you kind of think, oh, those stories are true. So then you finally hear Russell Wilson say, "Dog, they told me after the Chiefs game, we won. If I didn't agree to cut my money, they were gonna bench me." And that was like week 9. That's crazy, absurd, man. So I'm glad I finally heard that from Russell Wilson, because it's ridiculous for Sean Payton right now.
Yeah, so basically the the money he's supposed to get is by March. If he gets injured, he gets a $37 million like upfront dropped in his bank account immediately. But what's crazy is he signed that extension. The extension don't even start till next season.
Right.
It's like, so you still owe him 200 million total. Like it's some crazy contract. And it's like the fact that you asked this man to take a cut on something that you promised him. This is your fault. You now you want to go away from him? Like, I think this whole thing makes Denver look bad. It makes the ownership look bad. It makes Sean Payton look even worse because he come out saying, "Oh, we're trying to win." You got Jarrett Stidham as your backup. You trying to win? Really? Jarrett Stidham? Nothing against him. We drafted him, but that's who you trying to win with? The Josh McDaniels throwaway? Come on, man. Stop it.
And we would have never known unless Russell Wilson, if Russell never said nothing, we'd have thought,
I'm glad
they really think Stidham is better than Russell Wilson. No. So Russell, he finally came out and actually spoke his side of the story.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
I'm glad he spoke up.
I'm glad he finally spoke up because everyone's talking for him and he ain't talking himself.
Well,
and I need
he's
Russell to say something.
Russell Wilson he's that prom king type person.
Right.
He always speak the positive, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, like, dude, just tell the truth every once in a while. Let people know what's really going on so people can understand and be on your side for once. Because everybody's against you on a lot of things because we don't know what the story. We don't know what your story is. We know what Marshawn Lynch and them we say. We know their stories and how they see it from their point of view because it looks crazy. But then when you actually speak up and tell the truth, shame the devil in this situation, Sean Payton, you looking bad, brother. You doing this? This is for paychecks. Had nothing to do with winning. And it's bad. Will free agents come to Denver? That's a good question. Now, will this team even play this game because they see how the coach is doing their quarterback?
No, they're still gonna play. They got to play regardless because everyone's playing for paychecks for next year.
No, I mean, are they gonna? They're gonna show up, but are they playing to win?
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just got to be on the field to get a paycheck. You ain't got to make a tackle.
Right. Coach Rock, how you feel about it, Coach?
I mean, y'all touched it here. I mean, y'all touched up on everything about it, man. So it's no more need to be said because I think y'all touched it right where it needs to be touched at.
I mean, they are owned by Walmart, so I can't really expect anything less. It's Walmart. It is Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Spill on aisle 5. Spill on aisle 5.
Somebody always stealing something in Walmart.
Oh, man.
This time it's just Walmart stealing from the fans.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I was a big stealer of Walmart when I was a teenager, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I always stole 2 things, Coach. I said I would never buy these 2 things: batteries and condoms. Oh, no, dog.
That was it. That was it.
Hey, that's all I stole about when I was young. Batteries and condoms, man.
That's hilarious. That's too funny.
That's when Walmart was 24/7. Y'all forgot about that.
Yeah, I used to work at Walmart.
I'll be there 4 o'clock in the morning, ripping that bag out.
That was you I saw go in the aisle and sneak off.
I was at 4 o'clock in the morning taking condoms, bro.
Right. And then listen, Russell Wilson numbers this year: 26 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. He's passed for 3,070 yards, and he's completing 66% of his passes. So you go figure it out. But in this game, we all think it's going to be Broncos.
Yeah.
No Justin Herbert for the Chargers.
The Broncos should win this game because the Chargers they're just that bad. That even the situation, the Broncos should still win.
Now here's the game.
Broncos should win, but in this situation, I want the Chargers to blow them out the water.
Oh, I do too.
Out the fucking water. Out the water.
Oh, I hope they do too. I really do too. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so here we go. Bengals at Chiefs, of course, has lost some of his luster with Joe being out. But I want to get y'all opinion on this. Andy Reid has simplified his playbook. He has cut down his playbook for this game. Coach, what is your thoughts on his reason behind doing that?
It's called receivers that can get open. None of the receivers that can get open. And you know, I've been asking this week after week, why didn't they go out and try to sign like a Jarvis Landry or some of these free agents that can come in and just help, man? I mean, Rice is starting to solidify himself as maybe a 1, but he's still young. He's still learning. He's still growing in that position. And I just couldn't understand why don't they go out and just sign receivers. Tony is more of a punt returner. You might get one good game out of him compared to Fogle. 4 games that he might not even show up. He just might be on the side. I mean, it's just missing receivers. So, I mean, he's just got to cut the playbook down just to find basic things that's going to work because, Kansas City was always that home run threat. They would always stretch the field with the ball. Right. They can't do it now, bro. They don't have it. I mean, we can say, they're missing the enemy, but I just think it's just the receiving core. It's not there. And I think, when you have that, it just kind of shuts your playbook down to you just got to just milk it down some, man. I think that's what it is. And everybody says be enemy. It could be some of that too, but I just think the receiving core is not there this year compared to what they had previous years.
So we're going to win this game, gentlemen.
It's funny because even though there is no Burrow, you still pause because Bengals still has a different defense too. And they got actually good competitive players on that squad. And I like what Jake has been doing. He hasn't been the greatest, but he has looked pretty good at some games. And I think because of how this Chiefs team has been playing and how, I do assume the Chiefs pull it out and win. But I'm going for the Bengals.
Gotcha.
I'm going Kansas City, man. This is a must win because you don't
have
any doubt in your mind. Let's say if the Raiders beat the Colts. And the Chiefs lose this game, it comes down to the last game of the year for not on the division, but maybe for your playoff hopes now if you're Kansas City. You want to avoid all that by getting this dub right here. You should have got it last week against the Raiders, where Raiders pretty much try to give you the game. No passing yards from quarter 2 all the way to the end of the game, right, from O'Connell, and you still lost that game. And you're right, though. Look, Coach, but it's got to be Bieniemy, right? I mean,
it has to be. That's a big part of it.
It ain't Juju. Juju was the one guy that's gone, and he ain't really doing nothing last year, in my opinion. 800 receiving yards probably that he had, but it's Bieniemy. It's got to be. I don't know if it's just guys in the right place. I don't know if guys are not being held accountable because Bieniemy was all in your grill as a coach, right? I don't know, but you would think it's Bieniemy being gone, which makes this team because they had the same crew from last year, except now they added Rice and they lost Juju, but you lost Bieniemy. I don't know, but at the end of the day, though, you're right though. Hey, these receivers got to catch the ball. They got to get separation.
Yeah,
they should win this game on their defense because we got young Browning playing Jekyll and Hyde. Browning in one game looks like he's the next Joe Burrow. Then the next game he looks like he belongs in the XFL. So I mean, I'm giving me the Chiefs because the defense should put them in good positions to win this game. And I look for Mahomes to have a bounce back game, not necessarily 300 yards, 5 tutties, no. Just clean football and with a couple touchdowns. I think Chiefs win this game, but close though.
All right. And just recapping Thursday night game. Shout out to the Browns clinching the playoff spot. Old man Winter taking no flag though. Got the Browns in the playoff and had them as a very dangerous team. They get past the Jets 37-20. And let's touch on this game last night, fam. The missed call, the call heard around the world. What in the hell, Coach? Did you check in or not, man? Because the refs saying you didn't check in.
I checked in. I even went to him and showed him my jersey number. I checked in.
I walked up there with him. I didn't say nothing, but I walked up there with him.
He was right there with me. I checked in.
I
was with him, man. And his statement was, I didn't check in. So I don't know if he was ready for the New Year's and then had a little drink or missed me or what. I'm kind of too big to miss. I'm 6'7", 3 something. So I don't know how you missed me checking in with you. So I don't know, man.
I mean,
but you got to guess. This is Sam officiating crew say, hey, that wasn't pass interference in Kansas City when the man was on the man back like a cape. So hey,
I mean, this game, I'm with you, Coach. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like you clearly see, and it was a matter of just rushing. If you see the official was rushing, he already had his mind set on one guy and not two guys. You can clearly see he turned his head at both of them, but in his mind he just was rushing. I got number 70 is checking in, not number 68, right? And both guys clearly went to because you saw You saw Jared Goff tell both guys, "Hey, go to the referee and
Yes,
go."
yes,
So they both went.
Right,
They both said,
right.
"Hey, I'm eligible." All right, cool. They both come in. The referee literally goes to the defense, is like, "Yeah, they're eligible." Or at least one guy was. He didn't hit the second guy. I thought it was a travesty. These kind of plays, like I don't like it when the referees decide games like this. That hurts my heart for players on any level. I don't care if it's NFL, college, high school, middle school. I don't give a crap. The referees should not be the reason why you lose a game.
Shouldn't be.
We all knew from the jump. I said it on my show. I called a game last night. I said, hey, if the Lions score, I guarantee you they're going for 2 to win. Because the Lions have nothing to really lose. Because in your minds, you're Detroit. You're like, well, the Niners should take care of the Commanders. The Eagles should take care of the Cardinals. So we'll still be in the same predicament. Right. So let's just go ahead and go for 2 and get this dub regardless. Instead of playing this overtime BS. Right now, they go for it on the 2-point conversion and they miss it. But the flag they make it. I mean, but the flag happens, which is BS in my opinion.
Yeah, the explanation was 70 reported.
Dan Campbell. Can y'all hear that,
Yes.
family?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dan Campbell did not want to talk. He was upset. He was very and rightly so, man. Rightly so.
2 people can't report.
Look, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to talk about it. Right?
So
I explain everything pregame to a T.
All right. Go ahead now.
I did that.
So Dan Campbell actually went to the referee
Sunday
before the
reported,
game even
the
started and
game
told them
didn't-
they were going to do this
Or
play. They
68
told them
didn't.
already.
We threw it
They already knew this
68.
play was
That was the
happening.
explanation.
But also, I seen a snippet from who am I talking? I seen a snippet from somebody talking about it too, and a lead ref from New York actually said 2 players can actually report as eligible. But of course, only one can catch the ball. You have to have 5 ineligible players on the line, so you can actually have a secondary person on the line. And the fact that they told him that one was a lie, and then when you look at the video, like Carlos said, you see 2 players walk up to him, and that's part of their game plan. The reason why they do that is so they don't know which player. The defense doesn't know which player is going to get the ball, but only one player speaks. So if one player speaks, that's the player that is actually eligible. But they send 2 to the referee on purpose. And if you look on the main video, the third guy, 70, who walked over there, by the time he walks over there, the referee is walking away. So he never says anything to the referee. The one they said actually spoke. So when the play happens and the touchdown happens, that's game. Game is over. There is no questions about it. You got 23 seconds to win. You're not winning in 23 seconds. And Dallas did have a 92-yard bomb. Great, but that's not happening twice. It's not happening twice.
Gotcha.
So the fact that the referees are not only missing the call, they're misinterpreting what happened. They're lying about what they did. Dallas is usually, the fans of Dallas always the ones complaining about, oh, the refs usually screw us, when a lot of times it's not that situation. This is the first time y'all got gifted a W. And we all know that the NFL, unlike other sports, even though something might be called wrong, they'll never change the score, the outcome of the game. They'll just apologize for it, like they always do. Oh, that wasn't tuck rule. Oh, the PI in New Orleans for Super Bowl, now it's a PI. But it's like, yeah, but that was game winning PI. That was game winning tuck rule. We win that game. Like, this is game winning. So in the situation when it's game winning, you got to flip that W. You got to flip the W and L, but they're not going to do it.
This is like, I'm telling you, I was saying earlier, this is almost like historically it changes history, right?
Yeah.
The Tom Brady tuck rule, right? No one in their mama and grandma knew what a tuck rule was, and I'm glad. Now it doesn't count anymore. Now there is no tuck rule, but we're like, that changed the course of history. Right? We're talking Tom Brady now, and that was 20 years of history.
Yeah.
Now, if Tom Brady, that tuck rule was never there, the Raiders go to Super Bowl. The Raiders
we winning that Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Against the Rams, and history has changed. There might not be Tom Brady of whatever. We don't know.
Right.
But it changed the course of history.
It changes.
So we're talking current history. I said earlier, the Lions could have maybe hosted every game this year. If they win this game, the Niners lose, and the Lions get number 1 overall seed, they could host every game. Up to the you never know, right? But now that won't happen because of the referees. Players play, coaches coach, referees. All you gotta do is mitigate all that. All you gotta do is just be in there. but don't be the reason why a team loses or win. And the sad part was this crew was outstanding.
They did pretty good for the most
They
part.
did good for the most game. I was like, I kept praising them on my stream. I was like, this crew is outstanding. I'm loving what they're doing. I mean, they're letting the guys play. Right, they're not calling these dumb flags. Everything they called, well, it was the right
legit.
call.
Yeah, it was legit.
And then we get to this, and it just messes all that up.
Yeah,
get him out of there. Get him out of there. I don't want to see the crew ever again.
Hey, coach, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. We got a special coach's corner. Here you go, coach. All right, coach, the floor is yours, my brother.
All right, man. So, for the whole year, I've been spotlighting either somebody as far as a coach, a group, somebody that's been an important factor that we see. So today, the last coach's con of 23, I want to give this person their flowers while they live. Y'all know the old saying, come on in, take your shoes off, relax, have a seat. The Keeping It Real podcast was the vision of Randolph Jackson, but we all know him as Dolph. His vision was to do a podcast based off world sports and wide selection of other topics as well as such issues as mental health issues. Randolph grew up in one of the roughest part of New Orleans, 17th ward, called Carrollton area of the city of New Orleans. Randolph grew up under me. We both lived in the same area of the city. I lived more toward Harrell. Randolph grew up in what they call the Ferris place. Dolph went on to play sports. He came on to Harrell Park and he played many sports, but football and basketball was his game with his little wind-up shot behind his head on the basketball court. But he did a little something with it. Randolph went on to LC Fauché High School. He marched in a band. You see, we turn on the TV and we see the negativity of black-on-black crimes. Black men are supposed to fail, but nobody brings to light such as brothers like Randolph. All the odds were stacked against us as young men. We were told either we would go to jail, we would die at the age of 21, and we would never be nothing. Well, Randolph beat all odds. He's a husband, a father, a friend, and now hosts his own podcast. His podcast continues to grow as he reaches out all across the United States. We've met people like Eric Walls, who lives in Seattle, Washington, California, Washington, D.C. Dolph works untiringly at making the show one of the best he can with hard work and getting his information together. But this podcast has also been a blessing to me. Dolph has allowed me the opportunity to come on and meet some great people. My Grambling family, Pammy Whammy, Hoodie Jew, Uneducated Sports Podcast, the Hit Zone, the Nola Brother. The list goes on and on. Non-fictional. Thank you for allowing a coach to share with you, Dolph. I challenge everyone to tell 5 people that you come in contact with in the new year about this podcast and to join us. I also want to thank all of you who helped make my football camp with donations of money, food, prayers through this podcast. I also want to remember all the great people we lost this year in sports, even our friends and even family members. Let's keep their memories alive. And I pray as we get ready to go into the new year that we get behind Dolph and support him and tell people about his podcast so it can continue to grow. But let's support all of these great brothers. Doesn't matter what color you are, where they come from. At the end of the day, we are all brothers that love sports, where we can vent, fuss, cuss, and even argue like a dysfunctional family. Mm-hmm. But we have the same common goals to get better and to appreciate each other's body of work. So from Coach Rock to the podcast, may the year 2024 be great for each one of you. May your families be blessed beyond measure. May everything you want that God grants you in blessings. So this coach is calling the spotlights, Mr. Randolph Jackson and all the podcasts, Uneducated Sports, Non-Fictional. Happy New Year's to everyone from Coach Rock.
Happy New Year.
Wow. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, brother. That's damn, bro, you got me all emotional over here, boy.
Claps in the chat. Claps in the chat. Claps in the chat.
Chat,
Dog, clap in the chat.
Listen, man. Big brother, you already know, brother. I appreciate you, bro. I love you, bro. Hey, when the call was made, hey, your brother want to join you, I was like, hell yeah, let's do it, man. And been there with me every step of the way, man. I want to thank Carlos, Nine, Zach, man, shout out to the PRO Media Network. I want to thank my big homie, Big Q. You know what I'm saying? My guys with this Hoodie Jules, Slim South, Pammy Whammy, JT, Wallace, Derek L. Man, so many of y'all, man. I want to thank all of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And listen, we just getting this thing started. We gonna keep pushing. We gonna make this better. And we're doing it for y'all, man. And we, like Coach said, we're doing what we love to do. We love to talk about sports. We love to hear you. We giving you a place to come. We got the kickback, like Coach said. Come in there, curse, fuss, laugh, drink, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is this place, but it's nothing without you guys. And I want to thank y'all for helping me on my journey. And listen, we just getting started. So happy New Year's to everybody, man. And man, look, that's what it's about right there, Carlos. Introduce the fam to the family, man.
Oh man, this is my youngest son, Elisha 11. This is my guy. He just came and busted my door. Was like, "Daddy, hold me."
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Elijah? What's up? Eli, man, I just came in here to see what Pops in here doing, man. What's really going on, man? Chantel, love you too and appreciate you, Chantel, for the support, man. Shout out to my girl, my sister, Pammy Whammy, and everybody. Listen, y'all know, like, as we went through these games, it's going to be a lot of games are important today. Every game basically has playoff meaning. A lot of teams are going to be needles going up, a lot is going down. So more teams will get eliminated today. But listen, we'll be there to bring the action. Remember, next week, the season finale, regular season finale anyway, of As the NFL Turns Kickoff pregame show live, 10:05 a.m. Central Standard Time. And before we get out of here, Nine, is anything you want to say to the family?
And just thank y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. This has been a great journey. I'm glad you asked us to come along and be a part of it, man. Just thank you. And I wish the best for you for 2024. Everybody in the chat, everybody on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Big ups to everybody, man.
Gotcha. Carlos.
Hey, man, Dolph, much love to you, bro, and thank you for just allowing us being your platform, man. And 2024 for all of us, man, it's going to be bigger and better for all of our individual channels. For we got some other things in store as well for you guys. So just stay tuned for that. But just thank y'all for everything, man. And happy New Year's. Y'all stay safe, be blessed, and whatever negativity you got from 2023, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's a brand new year. Be your new self. Be a half glass full kind of person. Live life. Keep God first, man. I want to thank y'all for just making this particular stream, this channel, Keep It Who That Sports Podcast, and all of our channels keep it going well for 2024 and beyond as well. So thank y'all for that.
Man. Coach.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year. And with that, family, we out. Enjoy y'all on Sunday games of football, New Year's Eve. Be safe. Remember, do not drink and drive. Get a designated driver, Uber, Lyft. Be smart, stay safe, and as always, we love you.
Stay home, man. Stay home.
Yeah, if you go,
buy your bottle, stay home, man.
That's it.
Have a party at the house, Hey, and if not even working no more. Yeah, if you got a party at the house and one of your friends or family members get a little, too much in them, make them a pallet like the old school days.
Yeah, old school.
Spit on the plate. Let them lay on that pallet, sleep it off, get up in the morning, and go home.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So until then, we out. Love y'all.
Love y'all, man.
feel the pain. You caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.